man on a mission.
What is that, code?
It's a plan for an assassination.
Hey! See why Numbers is Friday's most watched show.
He's trying to outthink us. We're going to be trying to outthink him.
The game has changed completely.
How did you learn all that assassination?
If I told you that, I'd have to kill you.
Seriously?
Seriously.
A new Numbers, CBS next Friday.
Developing news next at 11. 3 bodies found badly decomposed in an upscale South Florida neighborhood.
I'm David Bernard in Weather Control. We are tracking a disturbance again. This time it's around Jamaica. I'll have the latest and the weekend forecast coming up.
Then a family already in mourning targeted by hate. Tonight they're gathering by the dozens, fighting back.
A fighter jet pilot crashes off Key West. Only CBS 4 can bring you a first-hand account of the rescue effort.
Another exclusive, a food fight over a local restaurant's name. It's so heated we can't show it to you.
And a 2-tongued cat. Say that 5 times fast. You get tongue twisted.
That's right.
Good evening, South Florida. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez in for Rob Hanrahan. The news in 30 seconds.
When I go to Publix, I get a lot more than just groceries. Sometimes after a long day at the office, it's where I get dinner. One look at me and the people at the Publix deli can just tell that I'm in no mood to cook. The next thing I know, they're helping me select a delicious meal to bring home to my family. They even go so far as to make some great menu suggestions that I wouldn't have thought of. By the time they've got my dinner all together, I feel like they've kind of done the same for me.
Publix, where serving you has been our pleasure for 75 years.
Now, live, this is CBS 4 News at 11.
Developing news off the top at 11, a gruesome discovery in an upscale South Florida neighborhood. 3 bodies found decomposing. A family member made the find.
CBS 4's Brian Andrews is live at the crime scene in West Kendall with the latest. Brian.
Maggie and Elliot will bring you up to speed. Here's where we're at, Southwest 93rd Street, 109 Avenue, and I'm going to step out of the shot here so you can see what's happening right now. The Miami-Dade Police Department has their command post parked in front of this 2-acre estate home. Inside are 3 bodies. We're led to believe they are relatives somehow. We're also being told that a relative indeed made the discovery early this morning. He hadn't heard from these people since Sunday and went ahead and notified police to get out here, and they decided, well, this is definitely looking like a homicide investigation. We need to get a search warrant before we go in. Take you to some videotape that was shot earlier tonight as Miami-Dade detectives secured the scene. They set up a crime scene tape. They told the neighbors to stay inside. They also asked people to keep their windows closed tonight because as they go in to do this search, yes, there is the unmistakable smell of death happening in this neighborhood. These bodies have been inside for quite some time, and there is a rather powerful odor from the evidence that police will be dealing with. We come back to some live pictures here. Inside the command post right now, detectives from the homicide unit are receiving their search assignments. They will be heading into the property a short time. You can see a large pole attached to that command post vehicle. I'm told that on the top of that pole is an infrared camera that can scan the property, looking for movement. It's going to be a very late night out here. Again, this is going to be Southwest 93rd Street and 109 Avenue in West Kendall as police try to get to the bottom of what appears to be a murder mystery. 3 people dying, their bodies discovered by a family member. At least 7 days last time since anyone has heard from these people. We did a quick property search to find out who owns this home, and apparently a lady named Lourdes Paz is listed on the property records as the homeowner, although police could not tell us tonight if Lourdes Paz is someone they are looking to speak with or someone, they're not able to tell us how she's connected to all of this. That's the very latest live from West Kendall this Friday night. I'm Brian Andrews, CBS 4 News.
Tonight, your weather station is tracking a tropical disturbance developing in the Caribbean. And closer to home, a change is coming just in time for the weekend. You'll like the second part of the forecast. CBS 4 meteorologist David Bernard is live in Weather Control. David.
Maggie, we're tracking the tropics again tonight. It's been a familiar story all summer long, and right now the area of low pressure is located around Jamaica. Indications are tonight that this system is becoming better organized in the central Caribbean, and a tropical depression may form later tonight or tomorrow. Because of that, the Hurricane Center does plan to investigate the system closer
tomorrow. So it is possible when the plane gets down there, it could find a depression, or one may form even before then. We have a trough of low pressure tonight from Nicaragua all the way up to Haiti, with again the area we're concentrating on is this low pressure center just to the east of Jamaica. A little closer look at the satellite picture tonight, and indeed we have thunderstorms clustering south and east of the island of Jamaica. If there's any faint circulation in there, it's about in a position like this, so the thunderstorms are increasing on the eastern side of this area of low pressure. Still disorganized, but a lot more thunderstorms out there than there were earlier tonight. Now, what about us? It's been still muggy around here today, and we're watching this little boundary sagging south tonight, giving us more of a north wind, and that's going to allow this drier air to build into the region, especially by Sunday. Now, this little disturbance that's caused the showers across our area today and even tonight, that may stick around a little bit longer, so we can't take the shower chance out of the forecast for tomorrow, but Sunday may look even a little bit better. Either way, I think you're going to like the forecast overall, and I'll detail all that in a few minutes.
New tonight on CBS 4, a group gathers in support of a Haitian family targeted by vandals who sprayed racial slurs near their home. The victims of the message had a run-in with their landlord just a few days ago. CBS 4's Carrie Codd is live in Fort Lauderdale with the story tonight. Carrie?
Well, Elliot, first came the verbal threats, then the pepper spray. Today, a new message of hate. But despite all of that, this Haitian community says they will stand together and fight back. The tent stayed up. The get-together, remembering a deceased loved one, went on. But make no mistake, the tension here is high. And this message of hate is the reason why. It says, effing Haitians, get off our property.
Everybody can see what he says, Haitian, that he don't like Haitian, he don't want us to be around.
Residents here say this is the man who doesn't want them around, Caldwell Cooper, one of their landlords. People here say it was Cooper who pepper sprayed a crowd Wednesday and made a number of racial slurs. In the middle of it all, a 9-month-old baby who got maced in the face.
That man is the one who have a spray in his hand and spray everybody with it. And he said, F Haitian.
Cooper's father, apartment owner E. Gerald Cooper, had no comment on the situation Friday. Police say Caldwell Cooper is a suspect in the pepper spraying. And as for this investigation, they don't know who sprayed this message of hate.
The truth of the matter is we don't know exactly who did this. You know, and we got to try to find out who did this, and we got to try to find out what their motives were.
But the motive was clear earlier Friday when residents found this note on their doors saying the tent for their gathering needed to come down. It didn't. Activists and residents say all this adds up to harassment purely and simply because of their race.
You take their money and then you tell them, F you. You know, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And this has to stop. This has to stop.
And back out here live, one thing that hasn't stopped, obviously, is this get-together. We are hearing tonight that the NAACP and some other local community activists may be planning a rally about all this even in the next few days. Meanwhile, we tried to reach Caldwell Cooper for comment on all this. The woman who answered the phone at his number hung up on us. Live in Fort Lauderdale, Carrie Codd, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Tonight, the U.S. Attorney's Office is considering filing charges against the parents of a Cuban boy who died during a smuggling tragedy at sea. 6-year-old Julian Villasusa's mother and father were also on the Go Fast boat that capsized south of Key West. They are still on U.S. soil tonight to view Julian's body at the morgue in Key West. His aunt spoke with us on the phone on her way to the Keys.
It's horrible. It's very sad. It's what people will do for freedom and for a better future.
The 28 other Cuban migrants also on board when the speedboat capsized are being held on a Coast Guard cutter off the South Florida coast.
A brawl between two teenage girls ends with one in the hospital, the other in handcuffs. The teens were fighting next to the Village of Merrick Park Mall in Coral Gables when an off-duty officer ran over to break up the fight. The victim was airlifted to the hospital after being stabbed several times. Students flee a West Miami-Dade school after a hazmat scare. 8 students and a staff member at W.R. Thomas Middle School complained of itchy eyes and shortness of breath that led to an emergency evacuation. Officials are blaming a non-toxic cleaning solution for the scare. Everyone is okay.
Exclusive tonight. 8 people are busted accused in an internet drug ring. Police say they sold highly addictive painkillers to anyone with cash, even without a prescription. If convicted, they will spend a mandatory 25 years in prison.
Also on 4, a member of the Coast Guard who helped rescue an FA-18 pilot whose jet crashed off the Florida Keys is talking tonight. The pilot ejected as his plane went down 36 miles south of Key West. CBS 4's Art Barron is live at Jackson Memorial Hospital, where the pilot has been transferred. Art?
Well, Ella, the U.S. Coast Guard says it was a solid team effort to save the airman's life, and now he's recovering at this hour here at Jackson Memorial Hospital, right behind me, after his brush with death.
Injured and confused, a Navy jet fighter pilot lays on a stretcher surrounded by a medical team. He was rescued by the Coast Guard. One officer who helped pull the pilot to safety talked exclusively to us about the ordeal.
When we got up right next to him, we noticed he was blinking. His eyes were open. He wasn't talking at all. He still had his parachute hanging off him. It was submerged underwater. He still had a seat attached. He wasn't able to dislodge from that at all yet. His flotation device was keeping him above water.
The pilot punched out after his routine training mission went awry, about 60 miles from Key West. He was with a squadron out of Virginia. They made it back to the base just fine. He, however, plunged into the Florida Straits.
He was coming in and out of consciousness. I was asking him a lot of questions, what his name was, and he wasn't able to answer right away. He wasn't able to answer any simple questions. He wasn't even really sure what service he was in, actually. But he was alert enough to where I knew he had a clear airway, he was breathing, and his vitals seemed very well.
The U.S. Navy plans to recover the FA-18 fighter jet. The squadron continued its training mission despite the accident. In Key West, the Coast Guard had these words for the injured pilot, wishing him all the very best on the road to recovery.
We hope he pulls through well, and hopefully we can see him face to face.
And the U.S. military tonight is still not releasing the airman's name, and although he is still recovering here at Jackson Memorial Hospital, the extent of his injuries is still not known. That's the very latest out here in Miami. Art Barron, CBS 4 News tonight.
A state of emergency has been declared in New Jersey tonight as the Northeast continues to get pounded by rain.
The flooding there has forced hundreds from their homes. CBS 4's Jennifer Santiago is here live with the latest out of that soaked region. Jen.
Yeah, guys, more rain and more misery. That's the story for too many folks in New England and surrounding states. In parts of the Northeast, there's been twice as much rain in the past week than there was all summer. Tonight, there are mandatory evacuations for some communities in New Hampshire and New Jersey as heavy rains overflow rivers and lakes. After 8 days of relentless downpours, many are wondering just how much longer is this going to last.
Here over 50 years, and this is only the second time that it's been a storm like this.
I'll take a look at this scene in Alstead, New Hampshire, one of the hardest hit areas. A road collapsed during the storm, unleashing a deadly river rush. The downpours are being blamed for at least 10 deaths, and 4 others are still missing tonight. Reporting live, Jennifer Santiago, CBS 4 News Tonight.
In Iraq tonight, both resistance and resilience. On the eve of a historic vote, officials are determined to ensure a smooth election, and insurgents are bent on stopping them. The polls open in less than an hour, allowing Iraqis to vote on the proposed constitution. The entire country is on lockdown, and ballots have been delivered under the care of armed guards. But that hasn't prevented attacks. Baghdad was blacked out for several hours after electrical towers were toppled, and the Iraqi Islamic Party had 2 offices destroyed. Full results from the election are not expected until Monday at the earliest.
Also new at 11 tonight, diners may like the food, but officials in one local city say the name of this restaurant is tasteless.
We'll see if you can stomach this one. I'm Evan Bacon with a story you will see only on 4.
Also, chaos in the sky. 2 planes plummet after a mid-air crash.
How in the world did an SUV end up like this?
Then he's a blonde James Bond. Meet the new secret agent.
And you have to see this one twice to believe it. A kitty with 2 tongues. Look closely.
Ew.
Up next.
Let's take you to the scene.
Video you'll see only on 4.
Breaking news.
All new. 8 women I think you should know. And Academy Award winner Gina Davis. Next Oprah.
Monday at 4 on 4.
It's Bear's 60th anniversary sale, and Bear's is celebrating with the latest styles and hottest furniture fashions. Buy any sofa and love seat and get an Ital Sofa microfiber swivel chair for just $197, a $400 savings, plus up to 60% savings store-wide. No interest 1 year, 24-hour delivery. Come celebrate 60 years of first-class service and style with complimentary champagne. Bear's 60th anniversary sale, always beyond the ordinary.
Man, this is getting good. Solstice, G6 Coupe, and the first ever Torrent. Pontiac, designed for action.
CBS 4 News brings you more morning news, traffic, and weather with half the commercials.
Get more of the news you want right now.
Only on CBS 4 News this morning. Weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. How could pouring a cup of coffee cause this?
It was like a smoke bomb going off.
Find out exactly how it happens and why it could make you sick.
It just blew my mind.
Thermos threat, Monday at 5 and 11 on CBS 4 News. If you see news in the making, dial star CBS 4 on your T-Mobile cellular phone. You're watching CBS 4 News, South Florida's #1 11 o'clock news.
We want to know how you feel about this one. It's an exclusive. We're working with our partners at the Miami Herald. City officials left with a bad taste in their mouths over the name of a new South Florida restaurant.
Yeah, they claim it's crude, but the owners say no way. CBS 4's Evan Bacon is live in West Miami with more on this controversy and to explain what's going on. Evan?
Yeah, Elliot, it's the newest restaurant to open in West Miami. Customers tell us the food is great, the service impeccable, but the name may be offensive to some people, including some city officials here. As a matter of fact, we're framing up this shot so you can not read the sign which is behind my head to keep this story in good taste. It's not just the food that's sizzling hot at this new Spanish restaurant. The name of the place has gotten its owners in some pretty hot water.
We wanted a different type of name, so we couldn't come up with anything. So at the end of the night, we all say, bueno, vámonos pa'l carajo. So then somebody said, wait a minute, you know what that means?
What it means in Spanish is top of the mast, the crow's nest of a sailing ship. But many ordinary folks know it as slang for go to a place that's opposite heaven, or a specific part of the male genitalia.
I don't find it offensive because I don't see it as a bad word. It depends the way you look at it.
If you want to turn the tables, I mean, I think Hooters is more offensive than, so I think you just have to have a sense of humor.
Well, this is kind of funny. The city of West Miami first issued the restaurant an occupational license under the name El Carajo. Then it fined the owners $250 until they took their main sign down.
Some politicians and city officials take the presumption that the city belongs to them. So they think they're in a third world country where they can do whatever they want.
Some might say the restaurant is out of line for stirring the pot with an unsavory name.
It's not a bad word. It's not a bad word, and it's a nice restaurant with nice people, family people.
Well, if you really, really, really want to know what the name is, we can't tell you on TV. You're going to have to pick up a copy of tomorrow's Miami Herald, and you will be able to read the name of this restaurant. We're live in West Miami. Evan Bacon, CBS 4 News tonight.
Well, whether they have that word on the restaurant or not, you cannot use that word to describe the weather this weekend. That's for sure, right?
All right, it's going to be nice. Now, tomorrow there may still be a few showers around. We'll be kind of transitioning. We have the north winds coming in tonight, so it'll be kind of a mixed bag, but it'll feel decent. And then even more sun coming for Sunday.
Can't wait.
So It's not going to be bad at all. Let's take a look outside tonight. 77 here at CBS 4 Weather Control in Doral. At the airport at 79, Fort Lauderdale 78, 83 at Key West. Winds have now turned around to the north at 6, and the stickiness scale, well, still fairly sticky at 6.5. Let's look at real-time radar. The rain is mostly offshore, moving from the north down to the south. Still some rain around Key Largo tonight. That may continue for the next half hour or so. Here's what happened today. We have this drier air that's settling in across the state, and then right along this boundary that's moving across our area now that's giving us the north winds, we had this little spin, and it came right down the coast and interacted with the sea breeze. And even tonight, as that continues to press south, we see the showers breaking out. Now, the problem tomorrow is that this moisture band may not get completely south of the peninsula, so especially Broward, Miami-Dade, into the Keys, a few showers are going to be possible. Palm Beach north, less showers and more sun. Look how clear it is across the rest of the state tonight. That's because that dry air is starting to build in across the peninsula, but it's still kind of on the hot and humid side across South Florida. But it's improving as we speak, as the northerly winds are coming in tonight. Again, the only difference is tomorrow is that there still may be a few showers around because of some lingering moisture, but it will begin to feel less humid, especially later in the day, so we'll stay still some showers around. I'll take the rain out of the forecast, though. By Sunday, we'll call for lots of sun to be around, and we'll say feel-good air across most of South Florida and all of Florida for that matter, and still pretty decent on Monday. Lots of sun and still nice. This second punch of dry air may not make it down toward us as we continue with an east wind probably into Tuesday as well. Now, down in the tropics, we're going to be keeping a close eye this weekend on a developing area of low pressure right now that's around Jamaica. Hurricane hunters are going to go down there tomorrow, see these thunderstorms that are developing here. This may become a depression tomorrow. However, it's not going to come north. It's going to stay down in the Caribbean for the next several days, so for the weekend you won't have any tropical worries. Here's your forecast tonight. A few showers around, otherwise not bad, in 76 and 87 tomorrow. Sun and clouds. A few showers around, less humid late in the day. Look for winds north to northeast at 10 on the water, seas 2 to 4 feet. And your Sunday forecast, lots of sun and much drier. That means lower humidities and a high of 86. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, David. You can call him Blonde. James Blonde. English actor Daniel Craig is officially the next 007. Craig is only the second Englishman to play the super spy and the first blonde. His first film starring as Bond is Casino Royale, due in theaters next year. He replaces Pierce Brosnan, who is he's Irish. Irish, and Craig is the sixth man to take the role.
And Sean Connery was Scottish. Is Scottish.
Is.
We'll talk about an uphill battle. The driver of this SUV has a good story to tell after landing in this fix.
Also ahead tonight, a tragedy in the sky when planes collide in midair.
I'm Kim Bokamper. The heat tip-off in San Juan, where the Grizz show that they are no teddy bears tonight, and the Dolphins hope to wake up on the road to Tampa Bay. I'll have the story next in sports.
Coming up on the early show, stylist of the stars David Evangelista shows you trendy new hair color for fall.
Plus, Academy Award winner Susan Sarandon coming up on the early show.
The Festival of the Sun. Free sports bags and huge races like the Calder Derby, Saturday at Calder.
It's every road you ever traveled. It's every person you ever loved.
This is your life. Let's do something interesting with it.
It's every place you ever wanted to call home. Now, experience the motion picture event where everyone is welcome.
This is America.
Elizabethtown! Elizabethtown.
Oh, yeah!
Rated PG-13. Now playing.
Chrysler Town & Country, with the exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage system. There when you need it, not there when you don't.
Right now, get $2,000 cash allowance or 0% financing on the Town & Country. Hurry into your Chrysler dealer today.
If you love the convenience of shopping online, but you want to get a hold of your stuff ASAP, Circuit City makes it simple. Just buy online at CircuitCity.com and choose the in-store pickup option. We're the only place that guarantees your purchase will be ready for pickup in 24 minutes or less. If it's not, we'll give you a $24 gift card. It's that simple. Circuit City.
Floors Today's amazing 49-cent floor sale.
Walk this way, it's Floors Today. Hey, Floors Today. Hey, Floors Today.
Through this weekend, walk this way to Floors Today and pay just 49 cents a square foot, up to 70% off everything. Gorgeous hardwood and easy to install click-together laminate flooring on sale for just 49 cents a foot through this weekend only.
Walk this way, it's Floors Today. Hey, Floors Today.
Closed captioning sponsored by City Furniture, now offering same-day delivery 7 days a week.
The Festival of the Sun. Free sports bags and Horse Fair 2005. Saturday at Calder.
Kim Bocamper here with us now. Maybe the Heat partied a little too hard in PR.
A little bit. Got down there, had a little bit of fun. But you know what? These don't count, so there's really nothing to get worried about right now. The Heat do officially open the preseason in San Juan, where they get, well, chewed up by the Grizzlies. Just another tune-up in Puerto Rico for Shaquille O'Neal. How good is Dwayne Wade? Well, he works both ends of the floor, winding up with the easy bucket. That gives the Heat an early lead. Shaq later stakes his claim as the king of the paint, flipping it in like only he can. 50-49 Heat at the half. Later, former Heater Eddie Jones filling it up from beyond the arc. Also another one, former Gator Mike Miller. How about this? He's going to seal the deal, singing a three-pointer late. Heat lose to Memphis 101-91. Well, the Dolphins have looked lost away from home. Sunday they try for their first road win in Tampa. Junior Seau returned to practice. However, he will be a game-time decision with a calf injury. The Wanderer returns this week. Ricky Williams, first game back following a 4-game suspension. The Fins will need a fast start against the Bucs, something that eluded them in the 2 losses in New York State.
Work him into it. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, just jump in there and be left off where he did in the preseason. So it's, you know, he's been off for 4 weeks, hadn't really been doing anything. So besides running in pads by himself, that's not the same game.
What will help ease him in?
All right. Hey, keep it tuned to CBS 4 for all your Dolphin coverage. We'll be live in Tampa Saturday for Sports Zone. I'll be joined by Buccaneer Hall of Famer Leroy Selman, and we talk boxing with Shannon Briggs. The Zone gets started at 7. The Canes travel to Philly tomorrow to punish Temple. It's a game that should be as one-sided as they come. The long and short of this one is that the Hurricanes need to put plenty of points on the board. Last week, the Canes dazzled the Blue Devils, throwing for 5 touchdowns at the Orange Bowl. Now UM is a 41-point favorite over Temple for a reason. This Hurricane team is loaded with playmakers. All they have to do is let them loose.
We need to play hard. We'll give our athletes a chance to make plays, and I think that's our whole goal. You know, we got to open up some holes here and there, but we really need to make sure people stay off of Kyle, let him make the throws that he needs to make. And
high school football, Palmetto taking on the Bucks of South Dade. Palmetto's Dave Kozo with a strike to Dwayne Gatlin. He's going to dive over for the score. That makes it 7-6 Panthers. This one turns into a shootout. The Bucks' Matthew Parado goes deep to Jamil Williams for a 51-yard touchdown. South Dade just too much. They stop Palmetto 32-21. The White Sox go deep in L.A. They jump all over the Angels early to take over the lead in the ALCS. Mike Scioscia counting on the home field to help the Halos, does not. First inning, Paul Konerko unloads on the John Lackey pitch. That's gone, a 3-run jack. Sox up 3-0. Konerko comes through again in the 5th. His single brings in Tadaguchi. Chicago's lead is 4-2. John Garland will go the distance in this one. He gets Vladimir Guerrero to fly out to end the game. The White Sox win 5-2. They take a 2-1 lead in the series. Nice to see them doing well. Ozzie Guillen, who used to be with the Marlins, manager up there, doing very, very well. Good guy.
Thank you, Kim.
Exactly, sure.
Well, we've all heard that cats have 9 lives.
But this little one has 2 tongues, and that's not all. We'll be right back to the story. There's more.
We had to move quickly.
We thought by owner might take longer than we had.
Within 3 days, we had a contract and 2 backup offers.
We got our original full asking price.
And we saved $40,000.
Thanks, by owner.
Thanks, by owner.
The
nation's top critics are raving about Good Night and Good Luck. Rolling Stone calls it an electrifying movie event. The New York Times says, see it now. And Newsweek declares one of the best movies of the year. Good Night and Good Luck. Rated PG. Opens today in select theaters.
Say hello to Dolphin
Hi,
Carpet.
I'm Lindsay Katz. It's been a while since you've seen me. I had to work out a new deal with my dad. It wasn't easy, but when it comes to flooring, Dolphin Carpet and Tile is the best. For over 30 years, whether it's carpet, tile, genuine hardwood, Pergo-type laminate, or marble, Dolphin Carpet and Tile has sold it for less. If you need new flooring, come to Dolphin Carpet and Tile. You'll be glad you did. My dad guarantees it.
Dolphin Carpet and Tile.
Jenkins. Jenkins. Do you know where Jenkins sits?
Sir, Jenkins doesn't actually work here.
But he's around all the time. I saw him here this morning.
Yeah, he's our software supplier.
From Chicago. Sir?
Here you go, Mr. Jenkins.
Now you can fly American for less than you think.
See you back here for Thursday's meeting?
I'll be here. Thank you.
Lower fares, fewer restrictions every day.
I was going to give him a raise.
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
Medicare is changing in 2006. If you have questions about the changes, we can help you find the answers. Stop by the Humana Mobile Medicare Information Center and talk face-to-face with a Humana Medicare advisor. Visit one of the locations near you. Let's talk.
It's the last week for the huge anniversary sale happening now at BrandsMart USA. Get a 13-inch Brooksonic TV for $38.88. Primus 20-inch TV is $68.88, or a 27-inch TV for $138.88. And a Brooksonic 32-inch stereo TV is $218.88. Get 0% financing until January 2007 with no interest, no down payment, and no minimum payments required. And save up to $2,000 on HD rear projection and plasma TVs. Register to win a 2005 Kia Spectre 5 courtesy of Coral Springs Auto Mall. See stores for more details.
We sold our home in only 6 days using Buy Owner.
The rep worked around our budget and the price was fair.
And we had 2 offers on the same day.
The highest offer got here first.
We saved over $10,000.
Thanks, Buy Owner.
Thanks, Buy Owner.
Tragedy out of Ohio tonight after 2 small planes collided midair.
It happened 15 miles east of Akron. One of the planes landed upside down. The other crashed, leaving wreckage strewn across a field. All 4 people aboard the planes were killed. The cause of the accident is now under investigation.
A strange sight near a Maryland roadway when an SUV ends up stuck on a wire. The driver somehow got his vehicle airborne and wound up lodged on the wires that anchor a utility pole. The driver made it out of the SUV without major injuries. The vehicle eventually rolled off on its own.
Okay, here we go. Out of North Carolina tonight, the newsroom's favorite story. A cat with 2 tongues. Look at that thing. Freaky. And that's not the only reason that she's special. Get this, her name is 5 Toes because, you guessed it, she has 5 toes on each paw. In fact, she's such a special kitty that Ripley's Believe It or Not is featuring her in its 2006 guide. She is the most popular cat on the block, that one.
I can't believe it. Where did we get that from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
North Carolina. Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers.
CBS 4 News Tonight. We'll be right back.
Lease a brand new 06 Nissan Altima or a new 06 Sentra from only $99 a month. Only at Bill Seidel Nissan, 10500 Northwest 12th Street, where the Dolphin meets the Turnpike, just across from Miami International Mall.
You might think that if you've tried one rib, you've tried them all. Not true. You should know better than that. At Tony Roma's, we've been flame grilling ribs since before those other guys could crawl. And we've got all the hot licks and cool sips that you can stand. Because the Endless Slab is back. Eat your heart out on all the Tony Roma's ribs you want for a limited time. If you haven't had Tony Roma's, you haven't had ribs. Tony Roma's, famous for ribs.
The incredible Rooms to Go July 2007 delayed payment finance offer ends at 9 p.m. Monday, so take advantage. Get new fall styles, including the exclusive new Cindy Crawford home collection, and make your first payment in July 2007. No money down, no minimum purchase, no interest, and no payments until July 2007. No interest adds up. There's no monthly payments like at other stores. Plus, there's next-day delivery on in-stock merchandise. Now at Rooms to Go. Offer ends 9 p.m. Monday.
At Sims, we're serious about prices and selection. You'll find the largest selection of suits, sport coats, and accessories of any off-price store in America. With thousands to choose from, whether you're portly, regular, or long, you'll find a complete selection in your size. At Sims, the same designer and brand names found in department stores are well below nationally advertised sale prices. Sims, where an educated consumer is our best customer.
If your house, mobile home, or other structure contains polybutylene pipe with plastic or metal insert fittings, you may be entitled to free replacement of your plumbing if it is leaked. You may have additional legal options for dwellings purchased after August 12, 2002. Call 1-800-392-7591 or visit the website at pbpipe.com for information about the settlement and to determine if you qualify. To qualify, your PB plumbing must have been installed between January 1, 1978 and July 31, 1995. Polybutylene pipe, also known as PB plumbing, is a non-rigid, sometimes curved plastic pipe used in water supply plumbing systems. For information on your legal rights and eligibility, visit the website at pbpipe.com or call toll-free 1-800-392-7591. That's pbpipe.com or call 1-800-392-7591.
$99! Make the smart move and get the all-new 06 Suzuki Grand Vitara from just $99 down. Or a new 06 Forenza from just $99 a month. Bill Title Suzuki, Northwest 36th Street and 27th Avenue. And Davey Suzuki, South University between Griffin and Sterling.
That's CBS 4 News Tonight. Join us at 8 a.m. for CBS 4 News This Morning.
Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.